Howdy there, y'all. This is going to be documenting my attempt to work on a kinematic model of a Stewart platform, which is one of these little funky things. So I need one of them for a project that I'm working on. Well, I actually need two of them. So the kinematics of it doesn't seem super simple. So I'm going to start with a P5 with just a bit of JavaScript to prove out the capabilities of what it can do and calculate the minimum requirements so that I can get to work on the actual, mechanical design, and then I can progress further on the software design later on. So let's see, what do we need? We're gonna need the platform corners. I am a programmer, I promise, which is gonna be an array of processing vectors. Let's go ahead and actually go ahead and get that open because I know I'm gonna need that in a minute. So I think I'm going to go with one that is of this design here. So this one has two universal joints next to each other compared to this, where they're both connected to a single universal joint. This seems harder to maintain, so I'm going to go with this one at first. I might have to change that later. If I design this well enough, I should be able to change that on a whim. Function. Define a corner. So, and I'm just going to take an angle. So the first thing we need to do is define 3 points of our platform. So equals, let's go ahead and const size equals 3. So I just have a personal hatred of magic numbers. So I also do. So for each of the sides, let's go ahead and do a define. Let's actually change this to define edge, edge. Define edge, which can be I times 2 pi divided by sides. Is that going to do what I expect it to do? Let's go ahead. Yes, I think so. Let's go ahead and throw in this here. So I'm using a transform so that I don't have to worry about changing everything later. So let's go ahead and all of these follow on a circle. Well, at least all of mine are. So something similar to this setup. So since they all fall on a circle, I can define all of the inner edges on a circle. So that's what I'm going to be using here. So I just need to find the angle between the two. So I'm guessing I'm going to call that const. Let angle, let's go with 5 degrees. So that's going to be 2 square pi divided by 360 because I'm going to go ahead and make sure that I don't accidentally work with the wrong unit. Angle, nope, angle mode, radians. So go ahead and define a edge. Where let's go ahead and do platform corner, stop, push, feels right with x cosine of the leg angle over 2 plus angle. Multiply this by, what the frick did I do? I hit F11. Cons platform radius equals 100. And this is all meant to be in a create p vector. No. A vector. Create vector. That was going to be my next guess. Create vector. Right, p vector is processing. Whoops. I swear I put that in there. Then for this, we're gonna go ahead and just do a for let I of platform corners. Go ahead and do a point at I dot x comma I dot y. Hell yeah. Platform corner. Hmm. Yeah, what do you mean by... Oh, you're not happy here. Let's go and change that to that. This is absolutely horrendous. I can't spell angle for the life of me. Okay, translate width, high, IX. What on earth is happening now? Print, platform corners. Honestly, I thought I was going to one-shot this section. Ooh, sick. That seems about right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh. That looks like there's some points. Let's go ahead and do... Show me the points. Cool, that is not how that's meant to work. 2 pi over side equals 3. Ooh, y'all gonna pretend you saw nothing. Hey, look, nailed it. Close enough to first try. We're going to go ahead and just copy that. Cool, so you say you have 6 points. This does not agree. Oh, cool. Let's go ahead and decrease that to like 2. Go ahead and do start shape. No, it's gonna be begin shape. Vertex. End shape. Cool. think it's, can I do something like that? Neat. Okay. So let's go ahead and define. So now I've just gone ahead and defined that top geometry I needed. So now I need to define the actual leg segments. Which let's just go ahead and do the leg radius, and this is going to be 200. Sure. Going to go ahead and have this um, leg. Okay, I'm just going to make that into its own function. Just now define corner. Wow, I use this computer every day to find corners. It still works. Yes, I'd be very sad if it didn't because I shouldn't have changed anything. Let's actually increase that to like 10 degrees. Sick. Okay. And then let's go and do so corner angle is getting used here, leg angle gets defined there. Go ahead and do plus. So let's go ahead and do so this is going to probably be defining that one and that one. So right, so if I increase that to something like 40, then I can go ahead and do class leg. Construct. That might be right. I can never spell constructor right first try. Right, this doesn't require this start corner index equals corner index. So I care about the corner index and I care about the start point. So that's actually really all I want from that, but let legs. I love these variable names. So I'm aware that I could probably define those up there. Actually, I'm like 90% certain I can't, but I don't care to fix it. So we're going with this variable name dot length. -1 is going to be -2. Is going to be that corner it cares about. The start point is shit. It's going to be um, this. Um, but besides that number, I also want to be a minus leg angle. Go ahead and copy that. I forgot that I could do that on a browser. Okay. Then let's go ahead and do for let I of legs, do I dot render. Um, no, I am not going to be consistent about semicolons because they just come whenever they want to. So when you do that, I want you to make a line from function factor line. I really don't know why this isn't standard in P5, but whatever. I just want to go ahead and do a line from a.x, a.y to b.x, b.y. So let's go ahead and do a vector line from this dot start point to platform corners, index this dot corner index. Sick. Line 47. Just a zing. And -1. Oh. Okay. Let's go ahead and actually tell you that you are a new leg. That's kind of promising, like a fifth promising. That's a lot more promising. Why are you so close? Ah. Is that right? That doesn't feel right. Wait. If I go ahead. That was meant to be corner angle. Corner angle. I honestly question how anything I ever develop works. Uh, That's a lot more promising. Platform radius. Those shouldn't all be platform radius. Um, should be leg radius. Cool. 125. Okay. So let's go ahead and throw together a function. Actually, um, da 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 da. Function define platform is going to take in a angle, which is just going to go ahead. Let's see. Past 10. Define platform. Should I really make the platform into a class? Yes. Am I? Absolutely not. So this is how I define a platform. Now I need to go ahead and do the initial platform define. So okay. So like I'm doing the sketch. Yes. Okay. Init corner define. Oh, init corner define is going to have the entire block. And then function define corner. I am doing a shit job of explaining what I'm doing. I will try and correct that if I ever consider doing this ever again. So now, okay, so go ahead and do plus. And I want you to do the initial platform design. Both of you reset the platform corners. And I guess you also get a reset. Lex equals that. Then this, let's go ahead and do define platform with the count. Frame count lowercase. Whoop. Frame count times 2 pi over, let's make it, well, assuming this is going 120, that should be 4 seconds of revolution. Sick, the legs died. I need to find the, I want you to, are these now redundant? Yes, I'm going to get rid of one of them because I feel like it. Try again. Behold, my Stewart platform. So, y'all may or may not notice that it doesn't really obey physics. So, that's the fun part. So, I really actually only want to solve one question. And I probably could have solved it easier by doing it by hand. But I think that if I do this right, I can go ahead and extend this to do some math later on. So So because of how P5.js, how the P5 vectors handle adding, it's a it's a mutation operation. Let's go ahead and stop that spinning. Um, right, so because it's a mutable operation, I can just create a new vector and then add the value of the value of the vector I actually want to it, and that will go ahead and just create that value. Um, but I honestly should have checked this first. I care about calculate max. Cool. Yeah. So just go and plus that. That's um, looking at the platform corners indexes dot corner index dot max. So that's this. So I created a new vector with the start point, then I subtract the other vector, and then I get the magnitude of that vector. So, yes, I am so good at what I do. Vector subtraction. So, um, basics. This is what I'm doing. If you don't know vector math. Honestly, if you're still with me, I am confused as to why. I've been at this a half hour. Really? A half hour, huh? And all I've drawn is this, and I probably spent half that time in silence. So honestly, it's y'all's problem. So um, let's go ahead. Actually, that'd be funny. Let's go ahead and do that first. Go ahead and actually, I want so. This is actually one of the cooler functions that you aren't really taught in standard mathematics courses. Uh, right, it's backwards, but um, it it handles the translation of a point to an angle for you. So like this. So if I go ahead and just go ahead and um, uh, text text align right top. Do you let me do that? Oh, right. Uh, yes, I'm aware that I could just do the inverse transform of this translation, but I don't feel like it. Remember, if you can't do it if your first attempt fails, RTFM your way out of life. Text align, go ahead and give, text align, text head. Yeah, so it should have been top. Okay, so it should be top. So, oh, left top. Oop. And I'm probably accidentally catching it with that. Aha! What the fuck? That is I think I managed to find some interesting undefined behavior with the P5 library. Neat. Um, oh, no. Um, eh, I am a professional JavaScript developer, I promise. I'm not actually. I mostly program in C. Um, I wouldn't actually really describe myself as a developer of any type. JavaScript around. Why am I Googling this? I know it. It should be that round, comma 2. Yeah, and that gave me what I was wanting. Go ahead and multiply by 360 over 2 pi. So, okay, so that seems to be working well. Let's go ahead and give myself a bit of spacing. Um, okay, actually, go ahead and do. I'm gonna start using EM. Text size. I believe that's a function call over 2. Yeah. Let's go ahead and go with an angle of that. Then I want to do yes, behold my disgusting use of math functions. I quite like them sometimes. Min, max. Minimum value and maximum value because min and max are functions. Min value. Um, min val equals the minimum min val and okay, so what I need to know now is the minimum and maximum length of all the legs. So if I go ahead and just do dot calc length max and then max. No, I want to put all my rendering codes together. So let's go ahead and do that. Go ahead. Go ahead and run minval that x y so max boop dot map legs. So it's kind of weird how the minimum and maximum are the same value, but you know the code can never be wrong. Min value, max value, min value equals minimum min value. Aha! So if I want like -20, so like, thank you for watching. This is like one of the most useless things I have ever developed. Um, so now that it's calculating the leg lengths, I want plus minus 20 degrees. So I really only had to calculate for one direction. One direction, help, I'm lost, whatever. Random Tumblr memes. So all I really need, so this is all like completely useless, which is kind of cool. So the idle length is 80.46. And then if I want to go to minus 20 degrees, that goes to 45. So that means that the actuator would have to about half in length, but not quite. So plus minus 20 with with a leg radius of 1.25 times the platform radius works. But then since I did a dope thing, what happens if I add more legs? So this is the main reason I made this into a, so like you see here, this won't work as well because the minimum value is going to like 25, where the idle is around 50. So I mean, this isn't actually as bad as I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be so much worse. So idle of 54, plus 20 degrees of 26. So once again, that's only about half, which isn't nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be. So of course I can make that change by modifying the leg angle to something like 25 degrees, would make it so that the variation is a lot less. And then I can naturally also just decrease the, so now that it's a lot less of what a Stewart platform would look like at this point. But according to how I've ended up defining what a Stewart platform is, it meets my definition. So here, 55 to about 20. But I can make it really weird by moving that up to something like 10. And then let's watch it. Oh yeah, let's go ahead and change that to 1.26. And change the corner angle to 0. So here, it really isn't happy. Because the leg angle here is way too high for what I have it. So I just reduce that to like 1. So idle is around 26. And then when I try to go to 20, so everything would have to double in length if I went with this. That's why I am not going with that. I'm probably going to go with a more standard 3 with a corner angle of, let's go ahead and set that 5. Right. So corner angle of 10. So this is really just me playing around with different values at this point. So okay. Yeah, so this is doing pretty much everything I want it to do. So I'm going to just go ahead and do what I normally do and throw the entire thing into its own class, pretty much. So this is really why I made this into a program instead of calculating it by hand. Because honestly, I don't think the math here would be too difficult. I haven't attempted it because no reason to. So what the main reason that I did it like this is so that by being good, and using the right brackets, I can go ahead and just yoink all that. So da, 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 da. Initial platform design. Then we also need to add a render function. So what I really want is to then be able to define how these have to change in length over time. So I could probably produce some cool and neat graphs with that. And then I think there's going to be a program, curve data visualization. This product here, um, I might be able to fudge my data into how it wants it. Um, so that I can use it to render some pretty curves for me. Um, I mean, it really wants my data to be time series. My data isn't actually time series. Well, I could consider it time series if I try hard enough. Um, but they have a pretty slick interface, so I'll probably use that. My other option that I would use for data visualization is massacre my data to fit into Advantage Scope, because their thing is very slick and I have experience working with it. So if I massacre my data into the WPI data logs correctly or network tables, uh, it could work. I could also put it all over to Java, but that seems like more work than I want to, especially because it took me an entire 45 minutes to program. Dear God, that is not that long actually. So if I ever feel like rendering it again, let's just go ahead and yoink all that. Um, so in case, so go ahead and avoid losing code. So if I ever want to render it again, I can just go ahead and call that function, but all the math, underlying math is still there. Go ahead and grab all of that. Um, and this is what I refer to as the great this dotting. So I now have to go through every variable reference and add this dot because JavaScript is a lovely language. I don't know what you're talking about. Um, and it requires explicit references when you're trying to reference your own variables. So I always miss at least a couple. Let's see if I actually put in any effort into editing this. Probably won't. So, yeah, bit about me. I'm a semi-competent engineer. I really feel like right now I've been wanting to work on some model aircraft for a while, and I need thrust vector control for those. So variable nozzle geometry scares me. because those systems are so complicated. Um, so how the hell did I get that? I want to know what I pushed to get that so I can do it on purpose, but I don't get to. So I just get to do this. Oh, that's already a function. Create file, JS. Platform.js. Go ahead and include util.js. So just factoring my code because I feel like it. Really no other reason. Tidy code. What, Control Shift F? Platform pointers. And a platform define. So that's going to go ahead and call the initial platform. So it should just need to call a new platform. So I can't go ahead and immediately call define that as a new platform because that has dependencies on the JS library initting, which it doesn't do right away. Which ones did I miss? This dot platform radius is not defined. Yeah, that's because I'm defining it. Platform radius equals 100. Oh, line 5. I'm great at counting line numbers. Ooh, size is not defined. Where I'm going now? Line 55. I'm gonna call that progress. Line 129. Oof. This is some of the nastiest code I have written in a while. You're gonna be angry because that's gonna be undefined. Let me go ahead. Define platform. Initial platform. Define platform. Unit define corner. Unit define corner. Gonna be called that. Step platform corners. If I remember how JavaScript handles this right, that should be a pointer reference. Hey, you're still yelling at me. Line 62. I thought I would have already gone past that. Did I Control Z my way into this issue? I wouldn't be too surprised. Line 128. Come with me and you'll be. Hell yeah. Okay, so JavaScript isn't handling that how I expect it to. And it seems that lines are backwards again. So if I just go ahead and do bam, 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 bam. Nope. What on earth is even happening? Um, corner. Where the hell am I? I don't render. Line 123. Oh! Um, yeah! We went ahead and redefined it so it's now in there. Yeah, go away. Okay. So now we can go over to the freaking sketch. Um, let's go ahead and get rid of that. Now you should just be stuck at nope. This dot angle, then I want define platform, shoot this dot angle equals angle. Cool. Now it's stuck at 0. Cool. Um, and do p dot set angle sine frame count. I'm using frame count here because it's a fairly easy, fairly simple easing function. Um, once again. Hey, it's plus minus 1 radian. Um, this dot angle times 360 over 2 pi, not 460. 1. Dash got plus minus 20 degrees. Okay. Now the actual use of the great refactor is so that I can go ahead and go to this here. And do this. So now we can go ahead and do the great surprise. This. Hell yeah. Um, okay. Um, then one last modification to this class, I think, which is going to be removing that. Let's go ahead and add that section. Right. So then this is really the use of doing multiple classes. Let's actually go with 10. For let I 0 I less PC. That's not meant to be a comma. So, which is going to be 3, sure. Let me just go ahead and do plus I then. And then do p dot map. I think JavaScript supports shadowing. If it doesn't, whoops. Control Shift out. Cool. Hell yeah. P.map is not a function. Map cannot be called a function. Yeah, that checks out. Cool. Cool. Ah. So besides varying it 10 to 20 degrees, I was varying it in radians, which is always spicy. So, I should be able to do a kind of cool effect with um, mm, hey, it's getting closer to the effect I want. Let's go ahead and decrease that count to 5 and increase that to like 50. You see, that's the effect I'm looking for. The data readout is now completely useless, but yeah, I don't really have an upside to that. So, um, this is all going to make sense in a second. So right now, that should, right, okay. Um, Behold, my children. So I really need to add some data over time, um, because I can't actually tell the difference between all of these because this is all my data readout. But honestly, I don't care to. So if y'all somehow stuck to the end, congrats. Why are you here? Anyways, thanks for watching. I don't even know why you would be here. Thanks for watching me program for an hour and some minutes.